Hello friends, Intuitive Rene here, bringing you your FriYay Pick card. And as you can see, this week we're going to be working with 4 bundles. We're adding in an extra one this week. I don't know why, just that's how it turned out. And if that's how it turns out, then that's how we do it. And you're not seeing my face this week either, because again, that's just how it's turned out. So we are focusing on the cards today, and as you can see, I have laid them out and we have got 4, and today you're going to use these cards in front here to help you choose the bundle that has the message, the guidance and the inspiration that you need. Today our focus or our question or our theme, if however you want to refer to it, is healing the soul. And that came about because of these cards, because these cards are, and I'll show you, they are daily healing cards. They are absolutely awesome, and it says cards for awakening your best self. So that's why I thought, right, we need a theme around healing. So that's where we got the theme from, healing the soul. The questions that I have written down, or the questions that we're going to be working with, are definitely inspired by Spirit. Spirit sort of gave the questions to me. And then when it came to the decks that I used, because we're focusing on healing, because our theme this week is healing the soul, I thought we needed gentle decks. We needed cards that are going to talk to our souls. We needed cards that are going to uplift us and make us feel amazing. So the green deck at the back, okay, the green deck at the back is going to be our main deck for today, and it is from the Good Tarot, Colette Baron Reid. So the Good Tarot is not a traditional standard tarot deck. It is slightly different from the norm, but we're going to work with that one today. And then I've paired it with this pink deck that you see here is the Guardian Angel Tarot. So that is the Guardian Angel Tarot that we're going to be working with as well, to get some extra guidance and inspiration from the angels. So I'm hoping that your readings today are great. I'm hoping that you enjoy them. I'm hoping that they bring you the healing that is needed, because clearly that's where we needed to be today. So friends, at this stage, you've got a choice of the lightning, the sea, the clouds, or the flowers, the roses. So you've got those 4 to choose from, bundle 1, bundle 2, bundle 3, or bundle 4, or you can go with the red, the blue, the gray, or the peach. So you can either let the colors guide you, you can let the images guide you, you can let the symbols guide you. Are you drawn to lightning? Are you a sea person? Are you somebody who's always looking at the clouds, or are you the floral flower person? And let those be the messages and the inspiration that you need. So I'm going to stop waffling and I shall see you there. If you are new to my channel, if this is the first time that you were doing a FriYay with us, in the description box below will be timestamps to take you to each one, so you can go straight across. If you're going with the clouds, you don't have to sit through the lightning and the sea first. You can go straight across to the clouds by using the timestamps in the description below. And I hope you have an awesome reading. I hope it resonates with you. I hope it helps you heal whatever needs healing in your life. And I shall see you at your bundle. Hello and welcome to those of you who have chosen the Lightning as the card, bundle 1, or the Lightning as the bundle is the group that has the reading and the message that you need to hear today. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So today we're focusing on healing the soul. And in order to heal the soul, I have got some questions from Spirit that we're going to be focusing on. And the cards, if you didn't watch the intro, the cards that I'm going to be working with today, these green ones, is the Good Tarot by Colette Baron Reid. And this little one, well, they're not so little, quite large, on the other end is the Guardian Angel Tarot cards. So those are the decks that we're going to be working with. And this one over here comes from this awesome daily healing deck that we are using as well. So these are 3 different decks that I'm working with today, and just because I don't know why yet, but in case I need some additional information, in case these 4 cards are not giving me quite the information that I need, I do have this little mini deck on hand to draw cards from if necessary. So, but I don't know how it's going to work yet. I don't know. I was about to push record when Spirit sort of shouted at me to get a mini deck out because we may need some additional information today. I have no idea. Let's see where it gets us. So, as I said, I decided I wanted to use this deck this week, and this is the Daily Healing deck. So everything is centered around that deck, that set of cards. And when I was getting ready to do this recording, I thought to myself, right, so if we're focusing on healing the soul, if we're focusing on healing, we need to work with tarot. We need to work with decks that are gentle, that are caring, that are loving, that are nurturing, that are not going to like slap us in the face, okay? And that's why I chose the Good Tarot. So the Good Tarot, it's not a traditional tarot deck. It is slightly different from the norm, but it really is. It's exquisite, it's beautiful, and it really does talk with a gentle voice. And the Guardian Angel, I thought, would give us such a nice confirmation, or just such a nice uplifting message at the end of the reading. And then, as I said to you, I have got traditional tarot on the standby, should we need it. So we're going to look at our four questions that we've got from Spirit first. We're then going to go into that one. We then look there, and then we see how the reading goes. So I have shuffled and laid out the cards purely because these are quite large. You can see in relation to my hand that they are quite large, and my arthritis fingers are playing up this week. So shuffling on screen, shuffling on camera was just not going to happen. So forgive me. I have shuffled and I have laid out the cards already. So let's focus. Healing with the, or healing the soul. Starting off, this first card over here is going to answer question number 1. And question number 1 is, where in your life do you need healing? So let's turn it over and see what we get. So we have the 10 of air. Actually, I want to see if I can bring it a bit closer. Let's see if I can bring it closer and you can see, because these cards are exquisite. So here we have a person, here we have an angel, here we have you standing on the edge of a cliff, looking up at the feathers, looking up at the sky, looking up at whatever is attracted attention higher up. If she carries on walking, she's going to step off. She's going to fall. So the 10 of air is on the brink of, okay, because that's the message of the 10 of air. It's being on the brink of. It doesn't mean that we have fallen off, but we are about to. If we're not careful, if we're not cautious, if we're not paying attention to what we're doing, there is a strong likelihood that we are going to fall off. She is blowing. I don't know if it's going to come through on the camera, but she's blowing all of these feathers. So she's trying to keep the feathers up in the air. She is incredibly distracted. And the message here, so the question was, where in your life do you need healing? And it's about your focus. It's about focusing on where you are, focusing on what you're doing, and not being aware of the potential dangers, not being aware of the things that are happening around you, okay? Traditionally, the 10 of air is actually the 10 of swords, and the 10 of swords is normally quite a horrible card. It's normally quite a negative association with that particular card. But the 10 of swords also says to you that you are feeling exhausted. You are feeling like you are at the end of the road. You are feeling like you just cannot carry on any longer. But what it does tell you as well is that you are about to get up and carry on. You are about to continue your journey. You're about to find the last little bit of energy to carry on doing whatever you're doing. So, and the Good Tarot doesn't have any kind of negative connotations, which is why the card looks so different from the normal. The message of the 10 of air is telling you that, you are trying very hard to achieve something. You're working really hard to achieve something. It's taking literally the last breath out of you. It's taking literally that last kind of burst of energy out of you. And once you have done that, once you've released that breath, you're finished, you're spent, you're exhausted, and you're going to carry on going, but you're not noticing that you are about to fall off a cliff. So it's saying to you, we recognize that you're exhausted. We recognize that you're mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually exhausted, but please recognize that there is fresh energy coming your way, but you do need to be mindful of what your next step is. So that is where in your life you need healing. The other thing that I'm hearing, the other thing that's coming through for this particular card is telling you self-sabotage. Okay, that is what I'm hearing from Spirit, is self-sabotage. So where in your life do you need healing is from the self-sabotage that you keep doing. So you're obviously, you maybe are aware that you're reaching this cliff. You may be aware that there's this, but you're so engrossed in this activity that's been occupying you for quite some time. You can see that you are dropping feathers. You can see that you are losing feathers. You know that you're heading to the end of the cliff, but you're so exhausted. You're so tired of the struggle of this road, of this whatever that you're dealing with, that you just don't care. Okay, so I am hearing self-sabotage with this one. So we're going to take it that that's exactly where in your life do you need healing. It's about recognizing how low you are, recognizing your exhaustion, recognizing how tired you are, recognizing this activity that's taking literally your last breath, and not really caring about your next step, not really caring about where you end up. Okay, so that's quite a deep one, guys. Let's have a look at card number 2, and the question that we have here for this one: why has it been so difficult for you to heal this? So why has this healing, because this is where we need the healing. We need to stop the self-sabotage. We need to stop these activities that are taking our energy, but it's difficult. Why has it been so difficult to stop this activity? Because you're going through a time and a period of transformation. Okay, so you are going through a time and a period of transformation, which is really, really difficult. So what is transformation? Transformation is change. And if you look at what she's got going here in her hands, it's a bird that is going from a feather bird to a firebird. Complete transformation, complete change, complete different from what you used to be to what you are now. Okay, and that transformation is never easy. That transformation is not without pain. It's not without suffering. It's not without discomfort. And this is why it's been so difficult to heal. That's why it's been so difficult to stop this activity, because we're afraid. We're afraid of this transformation. We're afraid of what it's going to bring to us. We're afraid of what it's going to do to us. So transformation is really, really, it's where we are in the process of transformation, okay? And while we're in the process of transformation, we're not really worried about what we're doing. We're not really paying attention to that. We're so focused on the transformation. We're so focused on what's going on, and we're afraid of the outcomes. So we would rather not face it. We'd rather not look at it. That is very, very interesting. Question 3, let's get into question 3. So for this card over here, what can you do to effect the healing now? So what can we do? Why has it been so difficult to heal this? Where in your life do you need the healing? Now we're saying, what can we do to affect the healing now? I love this. I honestly think this is my favorite card in the tarot, of all times. It is the Hanged Man. And what is so amazing about the Hanged Man is he's literally hanging upside down. Okay, you can see there's a rope attached to his foot. I just want to see if I can get the camera to focus. There we go. So you can see that there is a rope attached to his foot. He's hanging upside down, but he's not struggling. He's in no way in any pain. He's nowhere in any danger. He's actually doing pretty okay, even though he is hanging upside down. The advantage of hanging upside down means that he is doing the same things but in different ways. But the other advantage of hanging upside down means that he gets to see things from a different perspective. Okay, so he's not changing who he is. He's not changing what he is. He's not changing how he operates. Sorry, the camera doesn't want to focus. There we go. Okay, he's not changing anything. He's just looking at things from a slightly different perspective. So what can you do now to effect the healing that is needed in your life? Remember, this is the healing that is needed. This is what needs your attention and your focus right now. And Spirit is saying to you that we need to start looking at your transformation in a different way. You need to start seeing your transformation and the change that is taking place in your life from a different perspective. And I now sort of understand why Spirit was saying to me to have a mini deck on standby. So it is the Radiant Wise Spirit mini deck. I have it on standby. And let's just give it a quick shuffle, because I want to know, how do we need to look at this from a different perspective? What different perspective? How do we do this? How can we affect this healing? We know that we need to look at our transformation a bit differently, but can we just have a little bit more insight? Can we just have a little bit more information, please, Spirit? In what way do we need to affect the healing? How do we, looking at it from a different perspective, what's it going to tell us? What's it going to show us? And what are we going to get from it? Let's stick that card over there. So there we have the Eight of Wands, and the Eight of Wands is about changes already happening. So it's actually, I'm going to move it, if I can pick it up, I'm going to move it between those two because I think it's actually quite relevant. So the Eight of Wands is about movement. It's about change that's already in effect. It's about movement that's already taking place. It's already part way through, and it's got to do with this transformation. So this transformation is already part way through. You've already started looking at things differently. Your life as you have it now, the life that you're living now, remember this first question is, where in your life do you need the healing? And we have the 10 of Air, which is telling you it's the self-sabotage. It's the way that you look at yourself. It's the way you treat yourself. It's the way you behave. It's the way you believe in yourself is the part of your life that needs healing. Transformation is telling you that you are going through that change, and here this Eight of Wands is telling you that we've already affected it. The change has already started. It's already in motion. You're already looking at yourself differently. You're already looking at your circumstances differently, and that is what Spirit is celebrating and acknowledging right now. Okay, our last question is just general advice from Spirit. So what else does Spirit want us to know? What else is important and significant for us to know right now? And here we have the Five of Earth. Oh, these cards are just so exquisite. So here we have a tree lady, a tree energy, a tree spirit, however you want to refer to her, and she really is absolutely exquisite. But you might notice and say, oh, Rene, I can't quite see that very clearly, and that's the point of the card exactly. Five of Earth, the Five of Pentacles is what it's known in traditional tarot, is the poverty card. It's the lack card. It's the card of not having, the card of not believing, the card of not connecting or being part of. So as much as she is tree energy and as much as she is tree spirit, she doesn't quite fit in. She's not quite a human. She's not quite a tree. She's sort of in between a little bit of everything. Let's just see. There we go. If you can see her clearly. So it's about feeling like you are separate, feeling like you are left out, feeling like you are not a part of, okay? So the additional advice from Spirit for you right now is to recognize, don't always feel so empty. Don't always feel like you've just exerted and just given off your last breath. Don't feel like that. Recognize the change that's taking place in your life at the moment. Recognize that this change is already in effect. You are looking at life from a different perspective. And Spirit is saying to you that don't feel like you're an outsider. Don't feel like you don't belong. Don't feel as if you are, on a journey all by yourself. Recognize that you are part of an ecosystem. You are part of a family, part of a culture, part of a community. And that is absolutely what is the most important thing. Let's see what our guardian angel message is, just to get some clarity. And I'm going to hold it really close so that we can read the message together. And the message is a new beginning. And it says, you're at the beginning of a wonderful journey. There is no need to have any fear as guardian angels walk beside you every step of the way. You have unique gifts to offer the world if you will just free yourself from that which holds you back. New opportunities will present themselves if you truly believe. Sorry, I didn't realize I was out of focus. Let's try that again. You're at the beginning of a wonderful journey. There's no need to have any fear as guardian angels walk beside you every step of the way. You have unique gifts to offer the world if you will just free yourself from that which holds you back. New opportunities will present themselves if you truly believe. Okay, so I do think that message is connected to where in your life you need. So Fred, this has been a really interesting kind of message, and I'm really liking it because, I think this is applicable to, I'm going to say to everybody. I really think this is applicable to everybody. We're all exhausted. We're all self-sabotaging. We're all putting this like crazy amount of pressure on ourselves to perform, to do, to keep blowing air in the air, keeping up all of these feathers and keeping up everything we do. We are exhausted. We're not paying attention to where we're actually going. We're just stumbling over our own feet and hoping that it all works out okay. We are, our world, our universe, our environment, everything is going through this chronic major transformation, which has already started. This is what we need to recognize. It has already started. We are starting to look at life from a completely different perspective. We're not looking at life the way we did 6 months ago, a year ago. Things are radically different. And we may be feeling like we don't belong. We may be feeling a little bit detached. We may be feeling like we're stuck on the outside while everybody's on the inside. But recognize that everybody's feeling that. You are not alone in that feeling. Everybody is having that same kind of, emotional feeling, that emotional situation. And it is a beginning, okay? It really is a beginning. This is the beginning of a new era. This is the beginning of a new life for you, for me, and for everybody else. I want to see what our lightning message, what our daily healing message has to say, because I'm very curious. Let me see if I can get it there. Oh, I like it. Avoid hateful thoughts, as they are just as hurtful as physically striking someone. Oh, wow. I'm going to read that again. Avoid hateful thoughts, as they are just as hurtful as physically striking someone. And you know what? These hateful thoughts that this card is referencing is not hateful thoughts about another person. Not at all. It's hateful thoughts about yourself. Okay? It's hateful thoughts about yourself. It's hateful thoughts about who you are, and what you're doing. It's this card here. It's the Five of Earth. It's the Five of Pentacles. It's the poverty. It's the lack. It's the feeling excluded, feeling on the outside. Those hateful thoughts are what the thoughts that you have about yourself. And that's what's causing this difficulty. That's what's causing this. Okay? So, friends, those of you who chose pile number 1, lightning, I do hope that this message resonated with you. I do hope that there was some truth in it. I do hope that there was something in this message that struck a chord within you, that gives you the guidance, the inspiration, and the help that you need to make a better life for yourself. Let's stop. Let's just take a minute. It doesn't matter if the feathers fall to the ground. It doesn't matter if we lose the momentum that we've worked so hard to maintain. Let's lose the momentum for a little bit so that we can take stock of where we are, of the change and the transformation that's taking place. Let's look at life from a different perspective so that we do feel that we belong, so that we know that we belong. Friends, with love and blessings from my heart to yours, until we connect again, take care. Hello friends, and welcome to those of you who chose the beach, the ocean, or pile 2, bundle 2, as the bundle that has the reading and the message and the inspiration that you need today. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So today our focus, our message, and our inspiration is on healing the soul, and that is because I wanted to use this deck, and this deck is the daily healing cards, and that's what set the topic in motion, if I can put it that way. So I sat quietly and got messages, or got the questions from Spirit that we needed to focus on today. And I have 4 questions, which is why we've got the 4 cards laid out. And this green deck that you're seeing here, these cards come from the amazing Good Tarot by Colette Baron Reid. And then once we have worked with once we've answered our 4 questions, this deck over here, because I wanted gentle decks, because we're working with healing, is a Guardian Angel Tarot to get us some inspiration and some guidance as well. So friends, because we're working with healing, like I said to you, I wanted to choose a deck. I wanted to choose cards that were gentle, that were kind, that were loving, all of those kind of things, which is why I have chosen these. So the Good Tarot is not a traditional tarot deck. It has got some slight differences, but its messages and its guidance and its imagery is truly beautiful, as is the Guardian Angel Tarot as well. And then just as I was about to start recording earlier on, Spirit was saying to me I needed to get another deck out for in case, because and you can see the size of these cards are quite large, and my arthritis fingers are playing up like crazy at the moment, so shuffling on camera wasn't going to happen today, because these cards are so big. So I have shuffled and laid them out already, but Spirit was saying to me I had to have a mini deck on hand, so I have the Radiant Wise Spirit deck available should we need some additional clarity, some additional information on any of the cards that we've drawn here. Okay, so let's get straight into it. So our theme, our message is healing the soul. And question number 1, which is for this card over here, is where in your life do you need healing? So where in your life, oh, look at these cards, aren't they just exquisite? So where in your life do you need healing? And we have the Messenger of Fire. And the Messenger of Fire is in traditional tarot known as the Knight of Wands. I want to see if I can show you how absolutely gorgeous these cards are. There we go. Isn't she just exquisite? Look at her crown of candles. and messenger of fire. So there's so much magic in this card. There's so much. I mean, I'm just seeing all the orbs, and I'm just seeing all the sparkles, and you know, she really is absolutely exquisite. And where in your life do you need healing? It is with the self, because I'm noticing how her hands, her arms, how she's clutching herself, she's holding onto her chest, her body posture, look how she's turning away. She's looking this way, but she's turned her body away in the opposite direction. She's a little bit nervous to go and get involved. She's a little bit nervous to go and get started with the activity, with whatever's taking place here. So whatever function or event she's at, she's keeping herself a little bit aside. She's keeping herself a little bit separate because she's a bit nervous to go and get involved. Okay, so where in your life do you need healing? With the activities taking place around you. You are maybe a little bit shy, maybe a little bit reserved, maybe a little bit nervous to actually put yourself out there and to connect with the people, with the activity, with the function that you're at. And this is where the healing is needed. So Spirit is saying that it's time. Spirit is saying that it's time that we connected. It's time that we joined the party. It's time that we joined our family, joined our community. It's time that we started participating in events again, because we are withdrawn, far too withdrawn, even though we've got our crown on, even though we're dressed, even though we are ready in every sense of the word, but we're still a little bit uncertain. So our self-confidence is low. Our self-confidence is low, and our ability to step up to the people and say, hey, can I join in? Can I participate? Can I do something? Can I help? That is the part of you that needs healing in your life right now. Okay, so let's move on to question 2. And question 2 says, why has it been so difficult for you to do this? Why is it so difficult for you to put yourself out there and to start connecting with and joining with your community and your fellow and the party? Let's see what we get. Okay, 6 of air. So here we have our sail ship up in the sky. I don't know if it's, no, because this looks like clouds to me, but there I see water over there. So I don't know if he's in the water or if he's up in the air. Considering we have all these birds here, I'm going to take a gamble and say that this particular sailboat is up in the air. But the message of the 6 of air, the message here is getting in our boat and going away, running away, trying to escape, trying to go to where we feel safe, trying to go to another place where the pressure isn't so great. Look at this, the light coming through here. Okay, so we've got dark, thunderous clouds, but on the opposite side, we've got clearing, we've got light, we've got everything coming through. And again, I don't know enough about ships to know which way it's moving, whether he's coming this way or whether he's going that way. I'm not entirely sure. So where in your life do you need healing? With your self-confidence, with your ability to connect with community, with your ability to connect with the people that are around you, with the people that are there with you. That is the part of you that needs healing. Why has it been so difficult to heal this? Because you've been running away. Okay, because you're just getting in your boat and you're running away. You don't want to be participating. You're nervous. Your self-confidence is so low, and you're feeling like, you know what, I'm not ready. So I'm just going to go somewhere else and see if it's better at the next place. I'm going to go somewhere else and see if it's easier and better for me at the next location. And now I'm going to pick up, if I can pick them up here. Give me a second. All right, so this is the Radiant Wise Spirit Mini Tarot. You can see how tiny they are. I want to get some clarity on this running away, okay? Because we need to know, if we don't understand why it's been so difficult to heal what needs healing, then we're probably not going to heal it. So we need to fully embrace this and fully understand this. So I'm shuffling, and we're asking for clarity. We're asking for guidance on why it has been so difficult for you to heal, and why you've chosen, or why you thought it was easier to just get in the boat and to run away. Okay, so we're going to take that one. Right, let me put these down and let me show you what we got. So we have got the really cute and the really little 3 of Cups. And the 3 of Cups, there you can see it's a party. You can see it's celebration. You can see it's 3 ladies coming together. They got their cups of whatever liquid they're drinking. You can see the fruit in abundance that's all around them. Okay, so there is abundance. There is a lot. There's a party going on. They're wearing their best clothes, and they are celebrating and enjoying a good time together. And what this is telling you is that over here, this is what you're afraid of. You're afraid that you won't be accepted. You're afraid that you won't be included. So you'd rather just run away. So you'd rather just go away and not actually participate. So that's why it's been so difficult to do the healing. So it's so difficult to heal because you have been not participating. You've been running away, going elsewhere, hoping that it's better because your confidence is so low and you're afraid that you won't be welcomed, included, and be part of the team. Okay. Sure. Let's go on to question 3. And question 3 is, what can you do to affect the healing? So what can we do right now to fix this? What can we do right now to fix and to heal and to overcome the problems and challenges that we have? And here, friends, we have the King of Earth. Isn't he gorgeous? I love this. This deck is really beautiful and its messages are really quite strong. So the King of Earth, kings are strong, kings are brave, kings are courageous. Kings don't need anyone's validation. Kings don't need anyone's confirmation. They're making the plans and the actions and issuing orders and all of that thing. And that's exactly what this particular thing is all about. King of Earth is also in traditional tarot is the King of Pentacles. Pentacles has got to do with our money, our material wealth, our material possessions, and our stuff. So the question we asked here is, what can you do to affect the healing now? And Spirit is saying to you that you've got to get your stuff in order. You've got to make sure that you're attractive. You've got to make sure that you look good. You've got to make sure that your hair and makeup is done at all times, whatever your situation is, okay? You've got to make sure that you are party ready at all times and that you look confident, okay? Make sure that you look good and make sure that you look confident because, it's very interesting. Through coronavirus and through lockdown over the last however many months that we've had it, we've all been sort of stuck at home, haven't we? Not everybody is back at work. There's still a lot of people who are working from home. And what happens when we work from home is we tend to not dress appropriately. And one thing that I've always noticed in all my years of corporate and not corporate work, if you don't dress for the part, if you don't dress accordingly, you don't feel strong enough or confident enough. When you get dressed up, when you put on your corporate attire, when you put on your corporate clothes and you do your hair and makeup and you put on a pair of high heels for the ladies or for the men, let's not judge, suddenly you feel, just more powerful. You just feel more fabulous, okay? And that's exactly, how do we overcome our insecurities? How do we overcome our fear of rejection? By looking the part. We might not feel it, okay? We might be quivering in our boots. We might still be so nervous, but if you look the part, if you put the hair and makeup, if you put the clothing on, if you look the part, it will make you feel a little bit more confident. And that's all you need, is a little bit of confidence to overcome this. Okay, that's very interesting, friends, very interesting. Let's go into our 4th card here. And question number 4 was just really advice from Spirit regarding this situation. So what else does Spirit want you to know? What else is relevant from Spirit? And here we have the 3 of Earth. I want to just see if I can get it to focus. There we go. Isn't she gorgeous? And look how she's dressed up. Look how she's rocked up for the party, okay? She's really put on her absolute best of everything. And she is ready to rock and roll. She's ready to participate. She's ready to be part of the party. Okay, so 3 of Earth. Let me just get it into perspective again. Sorry, oops. The 3 of Earth is the card of just putting in the effort. It's the card of being noticed for your accomplishments. The 3 of Earth says to you that you've been busy, you've been doing stuff, and people are paying attention. So people are starting to notice you. When you walk in the door, you're attracting attention to yourself. So this is the message from Spirit, okay? This is exactly what Spirit is saying to you. Spirit is saying to you that if you look good, people are going to look at you, people are going to notice you, people are going to want to be you. And that is the best way to hide your insecurities, okay? The best way to hide your insecurities is to just be confident. Make sure that you look the part, make sure that you're doing the work, make sure you're putting in the effort. But if you look good, you will feel good. And people are noticing you. So even though you're feeling insecure, even though you're feeling like you're not ready, like you can't manage it, that you're not, your insecurities are quite strong. The 3 of Earth is saying, but you know what, that's how you're feeling is not true of the reality. how you're feeling, your insecurities are not really what other people are seeing. Other people are seeing how fabulous you are. Other people are seeing how amazing you are. So let's heal our soul. Let's heal our insecurities. Let's recognize that we are actually amazing, that we are actually quite fabulous. We need to look the part. We need to make sure that we've got everything taken care of, and we need to stop running away. All right. So let's go into our guardian angel message and to see what our guardian angel wants us to know. So here we have the Five of Abundance. I just love the image, isn't it? The cutest. Okay, I'm going to bring it right close so that we can read this message together. In camera, is it in focus? Yes, it is. All right, so the message of the Five of Abundance is, there are times when everybody needs a hand. Your angels want you to know that you needn't go through your current challenges alone. Accept the help of those around you. The situation you're experiencing is temporary. This may not be the right time to become self-employed, and be patient. And you know what, friends, I think the message of this particular card is telling you that, yes, we recognize you're feeling insecure. We recognize you're not really strong, or you're not feeling like super confident about yourself and about what you're doing. We totally get that, okay? We totally get that. Your fear and the fact that you just want to run away all the time is what is causing the challenge and the problems, all right? But if you just allow the angels to help you, if you just allow the angels to work with you, it's going to be okay. I want to have a look now at our, what is it called, the daily healing card. Let's see, our ocean, just to show you what the ocean, isn't that gorgeous, these cards? And there is a message on the back. Let's see. Create healthy boundaries with those around you. Oh wow, so that really explains a lot. That explains a lot. So friends, let's put this into perspective. Is my camera in focus? Camera, can you focus? Thank you. And then you focus again. Right. So remember here we were saying how your insecurities are so strong. Sorry, I see the camera is not in focus. It will get there. Our insecurities were so strong. Our insecurities were such a problem for us that we just thought it's easier and it's better to just run away. We didn't want to participate. We didn't want to be part of the situation all the time. Sorry, guys, I'm just seeing that the camera is really misbehaving. Okay, focus, focus. There we go. Much better. Thank you, camera. Sorry, I know it's terrible staring at a blurry screen. Create healthy boundaries with those around you is telling you that that's how you appear to be more confident. That's how you look good. That's how you keep yourself safe, all right? Recognizing here, the angels were saying to you that you're not doing this on your own. The angels are there to guide you. The angels are there to work with you and to help you through this if you just call on them. But we need healthy boundaries, because maybe this Three of Cups that we have here, maybe it's not about just enjoying time with our friends. Maybe that's not what we're afraid of, but maybe it's our friends that just impose on us and take more than we're prepared to give. So healthy boundaries will also help you to be more in control. And remember, that's what our king is all about. Our king is all about control. So people are seeing you, people are valuing you, people are appreciating you, people are liking you, okay? And people are wanting more of you. So maybe that's why your insecurities are so strong, so you'd rather run away than actually go and participate. And if we create the healthy boundaries, with the help of our angels, we won't feel the need to run away and escape. We won't feel the need to do that, and then we can participate with the healthy boundaries. So the King of Pentacles here, the King of Earth that we have here, is really saying to you about healthy boundaries, is really telling you to be more mindful and more focused on who you are and what you're prepared to give, what you have and what you show. But definitely dress up. Make sure that you look the part. Make sure that you look fabulous, because that is the best way to hide your insecurities. So friends, those of you who chose this bundle, the Ocean Bundle 2, I do hope that that was a good message for you. I do hope that you enjoyed this, that there was some truth, there was some little spark of something that triggered within you. And I do hope that it helped you to heal the soul in whichever way the soul needs healing. With love and blessings from my heart to yours. Until we meet again. Take care. Hello and welcome to those of you who chose bundle 3 or the clouds as the bundle, the group, and the bundle or the group that has the message the reading and the inspiration that you need in your life right now. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So as you can see, we're doing things a little bit differently today, and there's a couple of reasons for that. Our focus today is on healing the soul. That is our theme. That is what our questions are around, and I have got a couple of questions written out here on the table in front of me. And we're working with quite large decks today. You can see the size of the cards in comparison to my hands, and I am battling with my arthritis at the moment, so shuffling cards on screen was just going to be a nightmare. So I have shuffled and laid them out before I started recording, so that you didn't get to see how badly I shuffled today. And yeah, we're working with healing the soul, and I chose the theme because I wanted to work with this deck. This is the daily healing cards, and that's what gave me the theme for healing the soul. And then Spirit gave me the questions that we needed to ask. And because our theme is healing the soul, I wanted to use cards that were gentle. I wanted to use cards that gave lovely, kind, gentle messages, and not, you know, attack us when we're feeling vulnerable, when we're feeling like we need some healing. So this green deck that you see here, these cards come from The Good Tarot by Colette Baron Reid. And then this one at the end over here comes from our Guardian Angel Tarot cards. And both of these decks are really gentle in their messages. Both of these decks give such beautiful messages. And these daily healing cards also, stunning, stunning messages. And just as I was about to start recording Bundle 1's message, I heard from Spirit really loudly that I needed to get another deck to have on hand. So I have picked a small deck, the Radiant Wise Spirit Tarot, which I have on hand and available should we need any kind of clarity or information or additional anything here. So I have them on hand should we need them. All right, so let's get straight into it and see how we can heal the soul, where the soul needs healing, and what we can do to help it along. All right, so friends, we're going straight into question 1. And this is the card that we're going to use for question 1. And the question is, where in your life do you need healing? So let's see. For all of you who chose clouds or bundle 3, gosh, yes, bundle 3, where in your life do you need healing? And we have the 6 of air. So the 6 of air in traditional tarot is the 6 of swords. And the 6 of swords, it's about getting into your boat, and it's about disappearing. It's about going away from where you are currently. So it's about movement, it's about change, it's about leaving your past behind and moving into your future. And we can see how dark the card is across the bottom here, and we can see there's light coming in at that corner, and there's so much light coming in over there as well. So it's about moving away from the dark and moving into the light. And remember, the question is, where in your life do you need healing right now? And I'm going to say that you need healing from moving from your past to your future. You're struggling with that at the moment. Maybe you're stuck here somewhere. Maybe you're stuck somewhere in your past. Maybe you're stuck in circumstances and situations, and you know you want to progress. You know you want to move. You know you want to change, but maybe you're really struggling with that, okay? So that's what I'm interpreting this card for you today, is where in your life do you need healing right now? And it's about letting go of your past. It's about leaving your past behind you, about not trying to take it along with you, and allowing yourself, setting yourself free to progress, free to move, and free to be. I want to just get it into focus that you can see how beautiful these cards are. They truly are exquisite. Okay, so where in your life do you need healing? It's about letting go of the past. It's about moving away from your past, and it's about moving towards your future. It's about moving into the life that you need. And that's the part that you're struggling with, and that's where the healing is needed. Okay, question 2 for this card over here is, why has it been so difficult to do this? Why has it been so difficult to let go of your past? Why has it been so difficult to leave it behind and to move away? Let's have a look and see what we get, of course. Transformation. Let's see, I want you again just to focus on the cards, because these cards are truly, truly beautiful. They're gorgeous. So transformation, why, the question we're asking is, why has it been so difficult? Please excuse the dogs barking. Why has it been so difficult to move away from our past? Why has it been so difficult to allow ourselves to progress? Because we're afraid of the transformation, okay? Transformation is scary. Transformation is never easy. Transformation often hurts. It often comes with pain and challenges on its own. And we're afraid of that. We're afraid, like, what are we transforming into? What are we becoming? What are we, like, what is it any better than what I have at the moment? Is it going to be sore? Is it going to be easy? Is it going to be okay? All these kind of anxiety type questions that come into our mind with transformation. And one thing that we need to realize is that transformation is necessary. Transformation is something we cannot avoid. Just like the caterpillar can't avoid its transformation into the butterfly. It has to happen. It's part of the cycle of life. But with you at the moment, you're with this card over here. Where in life do you need healing? It's about the movement from your past into your future. It's that transition, that transformation from 1 to 2. And we are afraid because we don't know where our boat's going to go. We don't know where it's going to land up, where it's going to dock. We don't know where it's going to come in. And what happens if it's worse than where we are at the moment? What happens if it's worse than our starting point? Well, instead of focusing on the negative, what happens if it's better? Okay, but why has it been so difficult to heal this? Because we're so afraid of the transformation. We're so afraid of what we will become, or what will happen, or how it will how it will come into being. Let's have a look at card number 3. What can you do to affect this healing now? What can we do to remove this fear, to complete the transformation, and to allow our boat to move on its journey? What can we do now to affect this healing? Let's see what we get. 10 of Earth, how absolutely beautiful. And again, I need you to look at these cards. Aren't they just exquisite? Look at the detail. Look at the detail. Look at her wolf. Aren't they just? And immediately I'm seeing the big chest. Okay, so 10 of Earth in traditional tarot is the 10 of Pentacles, for those of you who are interested. And the 10 of Pentacles is the card of abundance. It's the card of plentiful. It's the card of having everything that you need and then some. And she really does. I mean, she is dressed beautifully. She's got her beautiful animal lying here on the floor in front of her. She's got a chest full of jewels, chest full of money. She has everything her heart desires. Okay, so just trying to get the camera to focus, and it doesn't want to focus today. So what can you do to effect the healing now is to be grateful, to be mindful, to be aware of everything that you do already have. And again, recognize the journey, recognize how far you've come in your journey. And that is how to affect the healing. That is how to affect the transformation that is taking place, that needs to take place. So the 10 of Earth is telling you to become mindful of what you already have, mindful of the abundance and the plentiful that you have in your life at the moment, and allow that to help you realize that this transformation and this change in this journey is not going to be so bad. When you take stock of what you already have, when you take stock of the abundance that you have around you, you can see all these coins all over the place. When you take stock of that, it makes you realize that, oh, actually this change is not so bad, okay? But when you choose to ignore, when you choose to keep the coffin, or the chest closed, when you choose to keep everything closed, then you're not really seeing, you're not really having the opportunity to experience this transformation and the change that is so desperately needed in your life right now. So, question, where in your life do you need healing? Healing with the progress of going from the old to the new, from moving from one point in your life to another. Why has it been so difficult to heal this? Because of the change, the major change and transformation that needs to take place, that we are afraid of. What can we do to affect the healing now? By taking stock of all that we have already achieved, all that we have already done, and to be grateful for all that you have in your life. And when you see all of that, when you see the gratitude, when you have that gratitude in your heart, it makes it a lot easier for you to make the change and the transitions that are necessary. Okay, now we're going to go on to this last card, and this last card is just general advice from Spirit. So what else does Spirit want you to know with regards to this? And here, I really want you to look at that. Isn't it gorgeous? The 5 of Fire. Look how beautiful she is. And we have these beautiful flowers, flaming flowers at the top as well. absolutely gorgeous cards, these. They really are. This good tarot is pretty, pretty, pretty. Five of Fire traditional tarot is the Five of Wands, and the Five of Wands is about everybody fighting against everybody. It's a card of saying to you that there is struggles, there is, you know, and look at the challenge, look at the fire that we have here. So these flowers, and I mean, I know they are only flowers, but they're in conflict with each other. They're in, the one's trying to outdo the other, the one's trying to shine brighter than the other, and they're all trying. And we could try and help them, or we could try and stop them. We could get involved and try and participate in the challenge and participate in the struggle. But what she's doing is she's choosing just to sit there. She's like sitting there. She's not even looking at them. She's not paying them any attention. And she's sort of saying, well, you know what? Let them fight it out amongst themselves. And once they've figured it out, once they've resolved the situation for themselves, then I will give them the attention. But in the meantime, I'm just going to ignore them completely. And this is the message that Spirit has for you at the moment, saying that you've been doing too much of this, all right? The change that needs to happen, this progress that needs to take place in your life, this movement from one place to another, this transformation that needs to take place, you being grateful for everything that you have and paying attention to everything you have. You cannot ignore your problems. You cannot ignore your problems. You need to pay attention. You need to be more aware. You need to recognize what's going on around you. You cannot be oblivious, okay? You need to be mindful. You need to be aware, and you need to be cognizant of it. Because otherwise you're just turning a deaf ear. Otherwise you're just really not looking, not seeing, and not allowing the change and the transformation to take place. And it is necessary. I mean, these flowers are doing everything in their power to attract her attention. They are really glowing so brightly, so beautifully, and they are absolutely exquisite. And she's not seeing it because she's like, nope, I'm not looking. Nope, not looking. I don't want to do this now. I'm not paying attention now. I'm not looking at the pretty flowers. I am going to just ignore them instead of actually paying attention to everything that they have to show her. Okay. Right. Camera is now completely out of focus. Sorry, friends. Let's just get it back in. There we go. Thank you, camera. And then if we slowly take it back. Sometimes technology works beautifully, and other times, like now, it wants to fight me. It needs to focus on something, and then it will sort itself out. There we go. Sorry about that. Right, now let's have a look at our Guardian Angel Tarot. Let's see the message that we get from our Guardian Angels today. How do they want to give us more? Oh, look at the picture. Isn't it gorgeous? Here we have this beautiful angel, two little kids playing, but they're playing very close to the edge. You can see the little boy, he's playing with feathers, he's doing his own little thing, and the angel is there to guard them. She's there to take care of them, and she's there to help them. And the message that we have here is the Five of Thought, and it says, the path you were on seemed like the right one, but now you've run into a challenge. Before I read further, there it is. The path that you were on seemed like the right one, but now you've run into a challenge. There's a better direction for you that will make you much happier in the end. Changes are necessary so that you can get back on track. Avoid negative people who are draining or who bring unwanted drama into your life. So I love it because that message basically sums up and ties up everything I said about all of these other cards. It really does sum up the message. We need to change. We need to evolve. We need to transform. We need to become a better version, a different version of ourselves. We need to take stock of everything that we are, everything we have, and everything we've accomplished, and everything we've done. We need to find gratitude and appreciation for all the things that we have. We need to be aware of what's going on around us, even if we don't participate. We need to be aware. We need to be mindful. And here, when it says to avoid negative people who are draining or who bring unwanted drama into your life, it says avoid them. It doesn't say ignore them. Okay, and that's what she's doing. She's ignoring this fire that's happening up there. She should be more mindful. She should be participating, but she's just pretending to ignore it in the hopes that it goes away. It's not going to go away until she recognizes it, until she sees it, until she acknowledges it. All right, friends, let's have a look at our last card. These are beautiful. So it was the clouds that you chose, and the message on the other side says, be aware that your thoughts and feelings are just as impactful as your actions. Pause for effect. Be aware that your thoughts and feelings are just as impactful as your actions. And you know what? I really believe that that is talking to these two cards here, because when we are afraid of the change, when we are afraid of the transformation, when we're afraid of progress, when we're afraid of moving or changing our reality, changing our current circumstances, that fear, that thought that we have in our mind is just as impactful as the actions themselves. So that thought of, I don't want to do it, I don't want to do it, I don't want to do it, I'm afraid, what if, those thoughts are limiting, restricting, and holding you back. And it's making you sit there not aware of what's happening around you. So friends, those of you who chose the clouds, chose bundle 3, I do hope you enjoyed that message. I do hope that there was something in there that triggered a thought, a feeling, an emotion within you that gives you the guidance, the hope, and the inspiration that you need in your life right now, and just helps you to heal your soul in whichever way your soul needs it. With love and blessings from my heart to yours. Until we meet again, you take care. Hello friends, and welcome to those of you who chose bundle 4, or the flowers, as the bundle and as the group that has the message, the guidance, the inspiration, and the reading that you need to hear in your life right now. Welcome, welcome, welcome. As you can see, I have shuffled and laid out the cards, and that's because this week we're working with really big cards. You can see the size of them in comparison to my hand, and that makes the shuffling really difficult. I'm having some arthritis issues in my hands this week, so shuffling the cards is really difficult. So yes, I wasn't going to let you see me shuffle them on camera because it was just embarrassment. This week, our focus, our theme, our energy that we're working with is healing the soul. And I wanted to work with this deck because I really do like it, I really do love it, and that's what triggered and that's what sparked the theme. So Spirit gave me the questions that I needed to ask. And this particular deck, just to show you, it is the daily healing cards, and they are just absolutely awesome. And yeah, so that gives us our daily healing message at the end that we're going to look at. And because we're working with healing the soul, because that's our theme, because that's what we're focusing on this week, I needed to choose cards, I needed to choose decks that were gentle, that were kind, that were gentle with their messages. We didn't want cards that spoke hard truths. I wanted a gentle deck. So this green cards that you see here comes from the Good Tarot by Colette Baron Reid, and they really are beautiful, exquisite, and gentle messages. And then this one on the end over here comes from our Guardian Angel Tarot, which is also such a beautiful deck, and it really has beautiful, beautiful messages. And why we chose a fourth bundle, or why we're working with a fourth group today, I actually don't know. I see my camera keeps going out of focus. There we go. There we go. So I was just, I was about to start recording when suddenly Spirit was saying, no, we need a fourth one, we need a fourth one. And then I also got told that I needed to have another deck of cards on standby. So I have chosen this mini deck, and it is the Radiant Wise Tarot, and it is, you can see it's a tiny little deck, a mini deck. And I have it on standby just in case we need it. I have used it for some of the previous bundles, but I didn't use it for some of them either. So it just depends if we need additional information about any of these cards or whatever it is, then I do have it on hand should we need it. So our theme for today is healing the soul. It's so important that we do focus on inner work, focus on self, and that's why we're doing this today. I have got 4 questions which I have received from Spirit, so that's why we have these 4 cards that we're working with, and then our Guardian Angel will just give us an added message and some added comfort at the end, and then we will finish off with our daily healing card oracle over there. So friends, let's get straight into it. We're starting with this card over here, which is question 1, and question 1 is, where in your life do you need healing? So where in your life do you need healing? Let's have a look and see what we get. 4 of Water. Oh, these cards are exquisite. I just want to see if I can get it to focus on them. So here we have a mermaid, and she is playing with pearls. She's creating pearls, actually. And, you can see by her previous pearls that she's created, there's one, and then there's that one up there, that they were quite small. They were great, but they were quite small. You can see how calm the waters are around her. You know, there's a calmness there. Look at the energy that she's giving off. Isn't she absolutely exquisite? So Four of Water, traditional tarot is the Four of Cups, but this good tarot is not a traditional tarot deck. So we can't always use traditional tarot meanings with the deck itself. We have to, you know, work with the deck and not with traditional meanings. So where in your life do you need healing? The Four of Water talks about her creating these pearls. She's putting her whole energy into making the pearls, and you know, you can see she's made a few. She's done quite a few, and she's a little bit bored now. She's a little bit frustrated by it, but she's thinking, well, while she has the chance, while nobody's looking, while she's completely on her own, she's going to see if she can't make it bigger and better. She's going to see if she can't take advantage of the time that she has and make bigger and better, because she can, because she wants to. So she's trying very hard to take advantage of the circumstances, to take advantage of her current state of being, to see if she can't change the rules a little bit. And we don't know if this is going to work for her. We don't know if this is going to backfire on her. We don't know. So when we look at our question, and our question here was, where in your life do you need healing? And maybe it's with following the rules. Maybe it's with this structure. Maybe it's with following structure. Maybe it's with making sure that you have everything that you need. But it's also about boredom. It's also about, you know, sticking with the rules and sticking with processes and maybe changing things up a little bit. Okay. So the Four of Water, she knows who she is. She knows what she's capable of, but it's about testing boundaries. So where in your life do you need healing? I'm going to put it down to boundaries. Okay, that's what I'm hearing from Spirit. You need healing in your life with regards to what you have, with the things, you know what you can do. You're fully aware of your capabilities. You're fully aware of what you can do. You're fully aware of what you're capable of doing. But it's sometimes we just need to be more mindful of what we should be doing versus what we are doing. Okay, and that's where you need healing in your life. Card 2, this one over here. Why has it been so difficult for you? Why has it been so difficult to achieve this? Why has it been so difficult to have healthy boundaries, to have healthy, you know, to stay within the rules, to follow the guidelines? Why has it been so difficult? Let's see the card that we draw. We have the Empress. And again, these cards, you know, every time I see them, they just completely blow me away how beautiful they are. So the Empress, she is card number 3 in the Major Arcana, and she is all about creation. She's all about making things. She's all about, you know, look at her. She's holding her bouquet is wheat, and wheat is everything in life. I mean, if you just have a little bit of wheat, you can make so many different things. Wheat is gold. It's absolute gold. So the Empress is all about creation. She's all about making things. She's all about sustenance. She's all about having everything that you need. And the reason why it's been so difficult for you is because you've been focused on making sure that you have enough food and shelter and money and clothing and all of those material possessions. Your abilities, your talent, your skills, the things that you can do, the things that your soul is yearning for. Your soul is yearning to be different. Your soul is yearning to climb out of your comfort zone and to do something differently. But it's been difficult for you to do that because you've been so focused on human. You've been so focused on being a good, solid human being, following the rules, doing everything correctly, doing what's expected of you at the right times, at the right, you know, doing everything perfectly. Okay? That's what you've been focusing on, and this is why it's been so difficult for you. So it's been that your soul wants to be free. Your soul wants to be creative. Your soul wants to just do whatever it wants to do. Your soul doesn't want restrictions and boundaries, but you have been so focused on having everything perfect, on having everything that you need, providing, source, all of that kind of stuff, and that's why it's been so difficult for you to learn the boundaries, and that's why you're bored, and that's why you are completely and utterly bored. I'm going to now pick up my on-hand deck that I have here that Spirit said I needed to keep on hand, and yeah, it's nice when it's a small deck and I can shuffle. I just want some clarity on this because there's a couple of ways that I'm interpreting this, and I just want some clarity from Spirit here with regards to soul's boredom and soul's creativity. Which is it? Is the soul bored, or is the soul yearning for creativity? And is the Empress card too focused on structure? Oops, okay, what did we get? Let's pick it up. And I'm going to leave it there, but because it was just a jumper, I'm going to shuffle because I want to select a card. And I'm taking that one over there. Right, let's have a look at what we got. Actually, I'm going to bring it up if I can. So, Queen of Swords. So, Queen of Swords, she has a sharp mind. She has a sharp wit. She knows exactly who she is. She doesn't need external validation. She's quite comfortable in her skin. She's not afraid of people's emotions. She doesn't actually take people's emotions into consideration. When she's got something she wants to do, when she's got something she wants to carry out, when she's got something that needs doing, she doesn't worry about upsetting you. She doesn't worry about standing on your toes. She just issues the instruction and best you just carry it out, okay? She does care. She does have a good heart. She really does, but she doesn't always work from a place of emotion. She works from a place of logic. She works from a place from let's get things done, okay? And that was the card that jumped out, and the card that I chose is the Knight of Cups. And the Knight of Cups, he's very romantic. He's very chivalrous. He's always taking care of people. He's always doing what he can to bring pleasure and joy to others, okay? He likes to be, you know, big and bold in his activities. He likes to make sure that everybody knows that he's there. He wants to be seen, he wants to be heard, but he wants to show affection. So it's interesting how these two cards sort of conflict each other, because the Queen of Swords, she doesn't care about people's feelings, okay? She just does what needs doing. She carries out instructions. She recognizes that you may be upset. She recognizes that she may step on your toes, but she doesn't mind. Whereas he's more focused on that. He's more focused on people's feelings. He's more focused on what people are going to think. And it's very interesting how these two cards tie in over here, okay? So let's have a look at that. I'm going to put them right over there, because I do think I want to just move those up a bit so that we can see them. All right, so if we have a look at our first card. So, sorry, I see the camera is not in focus. It's got to get into focus and then it keeps the focus. Right, where in your life do you need healing? We have the Four of Water, we have the Four of Cups, and the Four of Cups is basically saying to you that you're a little bit bored, you're a little bit disinterested in life, you've got so much more potential, there's so much more that you can do, but you are trying so hard to stay within the rules. The Queen of Swords is saying to you that your mind is saying to you, you know what, let's just do our own thing. Let's just escape here. Let's just go away and let's do our own thing. Why has it been so difficult for you to heal this? We have the Empress, and the Empress is basically saying to you, because you've been so focused on creating a good life for yourself and your family and your friends and your environment, okay? You've been so focused on having the best life, on creating that best life. And you've been so focused on other people's feelings, on other people's emotions. And we've definitely got this conflict that's taking place down the bottom here, okay? Let's have a look at card number 3. And the message or the question here is, what can you do now to affect this healing? What can we do to fix this conflict that we have between our heart and our soul? Because to me, this is soul and this is heart. Heart wants to have happiness, joy, and to have a good life and to have enough of everything and to have all of those things. Heart wants happiness, okay? Soul is saying, you know what, but what about me? What about me? I have potential. I have the ability to do so much more. So there's definitely this inner conflict. So this card is the what can you do to affect healing now? And here we have the Three of Fire. Let's see if the camera's going to focus. Oh, look at it. So she's climbed into her boat, and there's movement and there's change. I just want you to see the card. And again, if I just pull it back a little bit, she's going from this dark cloud. Look how dark it is at the bottom, and she's moving towards this blue clearing. So she's moving out of the dark. She's moving out of the dark and into the light. She's moving away. The Three of Fire is a card of action. It's a card of action. It's the card of making the decision and then acting out on it. It's once the decision is made, you know, making the decision is only one portion of it. You then need to carry it out. You then need to act it out. And that's exactly what she's doing. She is acting on her decision that she's made. The decision that she's made is to follow her heart. It's to follow her heart and follow her soul, and to not always focus on doing the right thing, to not always focus on being the perfect being, not always focus on being the perfect person. Yes, we are worried about other people's emotions, but we are also saying, you know what, but this is my time. This is me now. Your soul, remember we're dealing with healing the soul here today. Your soul needs this. Your soul needs this. You've got to allow yourself a little bit of freedom to explore, to be creative, to try different things, to explore different things, instead of just same old life on repeat. Because that's what the Empress is. She's all about perfection and creation and creating all these things, but she's not truly happy. I mean, if you look at her, I actually want you to see her face. Let's see if I can get the camera. She's not smiling. Her eyes are sad. Okay, she's quite happy to do what she's doing. She doesn't begrudge anybody. She's not upset with anybody, but she's not happy. Okay, and your soul wants to be happy. Your soul wants happiness. It wants that, and that's why this card is so important for you. So how can you effect the healing? By carrying out your soul's desire and do what brings you happiness and do what brings you joy. I like that. I really do. This card over here, question 4, is just additional message from Spirit, additional advice from Spirit on how to carry this out or what else Spirit needs you to know. And here we have the 9 of Earth. Oh, I love these cards. They are so pretty. Now look at her face. Isn't she just looking happy? Isn't she look like she's just smiling under her mask there? Isn't she gorgeous? And look at the magic all around her. Look at the flower that she's holding in her hand and the magic that's there with it. So she's able to take a very simple flower and she's able to infuse it with magic and just bring it to life. 9 of Earth in traditional tarot is the 9 of Pentacles. That's what the Earth is. Earth is Pentacles. So the 9 of Pentacles is the card of abundance. It's the card of having everything that your heart desires. It's the card of having the happiness and the joy and the success that you want, that you need, and that you deserve in life. Okay. What is this in the corner here? I can't quite see what that is. No, it's not going to show me what that is. So the 9 of Pentacles or the 9 of Earth is telling you that you have enough. It's telling you that you have everything that your heart desires. You have that magic within you to control and to bring life to an object. Bring life to yourself. You can utilize the energy within you to achieve great things, and that's exactly what you need to do. So the additional message from Spirit for you today, let's just put that down. Let's just have a look at this, friends. So where in your life do you need healing? You have been going through the motions of life and doing things the right way, the right time, all the time, but your soul's been crying for something different. Your soul's been crying to climb out of that comfort zone and to do something different. Why has it been so difficult for you to achieve that? Because you've been really focused on doing the right things at the right time. You've been focused on other people's energies. You've been focused on other people's emotions and making sure that you are always seen as the perfect being. What can you do to affect this healing? Well, act on your emotions, act on your desires, act on your dreams. Make a decision and just go with it. And just know that it's going to bring you the abundance, the joy, and the happiness that you need in your life, that you are looking for. You're not going to get it here by just being on repeat, by being that robot. It's time that you speak out. That's what our Queen is telling you down the bottom here. It's time that you speak out. It's time that you act out. It's time that you carry out those instructions to allow yourself to be happy. And there is a magic within you that is crying to be released, that's crying to come out, and it's time that you release it. Okay, let's have a look and see what our guardian angel wants to say to you today. We have the Ace of Abundance. Oh, I like it. Isn't that cute little cherub? Let's read the message at the bottom here. Ace of Abundance. It says, this cherub brings wonderful news. A windfall of resources comes your way to help you with your plans. Oh, wow. These resources may involve money, advice, or assistance in getting things done. It's a good time to start a new venture, change careers, or go into business for yourself. There may be important contracts to sign. Oh my golly, this ties in so perfectly with the message. It really does. This absolutely ties in perfectly. So, Ace of Abundance, this cherub brings you wonderful news. A windfall of resources comes your way to help you with your plans. And that's what we need here, okay? That's exactly what we need here, is we've got plans that we need to carry out. We need to recognize that our soul has this desire for more, this desire to try something else. We have abundance. Okay, that's what the 9 of Earth is telling you, that you have abundance. And here we have the Ace of Abundance coming from our guardian angels, telling you that the time is right to make the changes that you want in your life. It's time. Let's finish off by having a look at this oracle, if I can pick it up. So there's the flowers, the roses that you chose, that you picked. Aren't they gorgeous? Let's see the message. Acquire gratitude for life itself. Oh, I love that. Oh, I absolutely love that. So that again ties into this card over here, doesn't it? Because this card is saying to you that there's this yearning within you for more. There's this yearning within you to do more, to achieve more, to feel more, to have more. There's definitely this yearning for more. You're not content to just be robotic. You're not content to just go through the motions of life. You have a gratitude for life itself, but you want to experience it. You want an opportunity to experience as much of life as you possibly can. And that's exactly what is taking place here. Okay, so friends, those of you who chose bundle 4, those of you who chose the flowers, I hope you've enjoyed your reading. I hope you've enjoyed the message that's come through here, because it certainly has been very detailed and very interesting. And I hope it connects with you, and I hope it just triggers something within your heart and soul. I hope it feels right, and I hope you got something out of that. Awesome. With love and blessings from my heart to yours. Until we meet again, you take care.